Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Berkovitz, Financial Literacy Manager for StonehamBank. And today we're going to talk to you about being safe at home with your mobile devices and computers. And today we'll be talking with Sean Thomas, who works in our IT department. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
Good, great. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, Sean Thomas. I'm the technology officer for StonehamBank. I've been here for quite some time now, about 8 years.
Great, thanks, Sean. So I'm going to ask Sean some questions about cyber security, and I hope that will help you in being ready for hackers and things that might happen at home. So my first question, Sean, is people have reported that the IRS called them saying that they owe money. What should they do if they receive a call like this?
Well, Rob, the first thing I would suggest personally, I would just hang up immediately. I wouldn't give them any information whatsoever. The IRS is never going to contact you via telephone. They're the IRS. They likely know where you live. If they need to deliver you something, they're going to do it with the means by like USPS, United States Postal Service or something like that. They're never going to contact you via the telephone or through text. So I would just delete the call and hang up immediately.
Great. Thanks, Sean. If the bank calls you saying your debit card was compromised, how can you make sure it was really the bank?
Me personally, what I would do is you could either hang up the call immediately and just dial the number that's on the back of the card, or even let them know that you're going to do that. I know I've done that in the past, and typically we get cussed out and they hang up on you and they move on to their next target.
Great.
I wouldn't give them any information.
Yep. What are some examples of potential cybersecurity criminals trying to steal your information?
I guess the most recent scams are actually with the COVID-19, folks trying to sell fake cures over the internet. There's a lot of phishing emails posing as folks from like the World Health Organization or the CDC. There's lots of spoofed emails coming from quote unquote hospitals stating that you've been in contact with someone that has COVID-19 and that you now need to click this link for further instructions on what to do. There's tons of malicious websites that are asking you to click links or download some information on COVID-19, and then that actually install something on your machine. So now they're going to have some ransomware on their machine. Your machine, they're going to ask for a digital currency to decrypt your files. There's plenty of fake charities going on, especially with the GoFundMes of the world. If you're going to be doing any charitable donations, go to that site directly, of course. And then obviously the stimulus check scams are creeping up. It's usually just the IRS and tax right now, but obviously we're in a different climate. The other thing I would say is like the streaming services, like Hulu, for instance. I had an email yesterday. I don't use Hulu, but I have had it in the past. We're getting emails saying, hey, thank you for requesting that your email has changed. If this was not you, please click on this link to change it. I knew it wasn't me that requested it. Although my password could have been compromised, sure. You always should just go to hulu.com and follow it that way instead of following any links. These bad actors are obviously taking advantage of the current climate that we're in, and they're setting their sights on the things that I've mentioned, including the government relief payments. It almost feels like 2008 again, only with some additional scams, of course. Just know that these government agencies, they're never going to send you an email seeking your private information. They're never going to text you for this, and they're never going to threaten you that they're not going to send you money if you don't comply with these. My response is always going to be the same with an email, an SMS, or a direct message on social media. If you receive anything that you're not expecting and you're not familiar with the sender, it's an immediate red flag. Never open the attachments, never click on the links until you can confirm it's legitimate.
Right.
When in doubt, throw it out. If they want to find you, they're going to find you.
Right. Great. Thanks, Sean. How should people keep their personal computers safe from hackers?
Well, I guess, the most basic thing, of course, is to install antivirus, and not just install it, but also read through the instructions and set it up properly. You want to schedule scans. Just having antivirus on your machine sure is great. However, you really want to schedule those scans so that you know you're constantly being protected. I would limit software installations to only things that you need. I know everybody wants to download games and things like that. Just make sure they're coming from reputable sources.
Right.
I would say use different passwords for each service that you use. I know a lot of folks like to use one common password across all services. It's convenient. I understand that, but we're in a different climate right now, especially. I would consider using passphrases and not just passwords. My idea of a passphrase would be at least 20 characters of upper and lowercase letters, along with some digits and characters as well. And then finally, if you're not expecting something or someone, ignore it or delete it. If you were expecting something, go through the necessary ways of following up and verifying that that sender is legitimate.
Right, and related to passwords, some things, do you think about, like a lot of people want to use their birthday or some name that's familiar to them. Is that a good idea?
No, definitely not. You use a string of words in conjunction with some uppercase, lowercase, and punctuation marks.
Great. Thanks so much for those tips, Sean.
Absolutely.
I hope this was helpful for all of you out there, and be safe with your computers, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you, Rob.